Hey guys, welcome back to actually another Redstone video. Today, as you see from the title, I made a D20 or a 20-sided die. It works pretty well from my testing. Basically, you press a button and you get a random number. Pretty much what you'd expect. But it's pretty fast, it's reliable. From my testing, it's pretty much fair, and theoretically it's perfectly fair. And even fun sound effects if you get a 20 or a 1. So starting out, we just have this old trick with using a dispenser with a bunch of shock boxes in it with different amounts of items, and does get read by a comparator to get a different number from this red coder over here. Now I've come up with this little design, which actually works really well for what I need it for. And basically, instead of powering the top dispenser, it by itself, it just gets powered from the same circuit that's powering the elevator back up to the dispenser. So if we see, it is pretty much as fast as it can be with a stone button. And it is also pretty much spam proof, which is a real nice side effect. So we've got all 4 in here still with that. So back over here, each of those signals from the red coder get sent out to one of the 4 modules. So if we follow the black one here, it just goes right down here. It's pretty much the same design, just I have moved it over here with another dropper and a dispenser because I want the dispenser to be fired by the red coder, not by the elevator. And then the gray circuit will independently clear out all the shock boxes first. So then that gets, each of these have 5 shocker boxes in them, so 4 times 5 is 20. That gets all the values that we need. So each of those 5 values gets split out into these gray lines, so I can access them independently. Now those all get sent over here and to this big bus. This is basically just to decipher the signal and turn it into the displayed number that we want. So for the first digit, since it can only be a 0, a 1, or a 2, I have those numbers programmed in to each of these lines. So the pink line will display a 0, the blue line will display a 1, and the white line will display a 2. Now, since there are 10 different digits for the second digit that it can be, I decided to use a 7-second display, a proper one, because that's only 7 lines that I need instead of 10. It'll be a lot less messy this way, so yep, I just have the gray lines kind of wrapping around here to make it a little more to conform to the size of the what's it called, display, the shape of the display rather. So yeah, depending on what number you roll, it will turn on the lights it needs to be. So for 0, I have the top left, top middle, top right, and the bottom left, bottom middle, and bottom right all turned on, and then the 2 line. So that will display a 2 and a 0. Roll to a different number. 15, here we go. So the 1 line is turned on with blue, and then the 5 is the middle, the top left, the top middle, and the bottom middle, and the bottom right, which obviously makes a 5. And then to get the little fun sounds for if you roll a 20 or a 1, I have these 2 little circuits down here. The 1 sound, which I will play, that just gets taken directly from the 1 line since it's right here. And the 2 circuit, which plays that little chime, gets taken from the 2 line because the only number that is going to have a 2 in the first position is a 20. After I built this, I wanted to try to find some other people's solutions to a large random number generator or a D20 like this, but I couldn't really find many. The only ones I could find were either pretty old and outdated or were not truly random. For example, I saw a few that were kind of cycling between a bunch of different values, like a roulette, and you have to stop on it. You have to stop it to pick a value. But I haven't seen people just use this shulker trick in sequence to make more values, but maybe I'm just not in the know. I haven't seen anything like that. So if you've seen this before, feel free to share it. Let me know. But yeah, I think that's about it. So it's honestly, it's a lot simpler than it seems. Especially if you ignore this part, then the actual number generator is pretty simple. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna leave a schematic for this in the description, like last time. So if you want to use this in your own stuff or play with it, then go for it. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later.